Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling green hills, there stood a beautiful farmhouse. It was painted a cheerful shade of yellow and had a white picket fence surrounding it. The farmhouse belonged to a kind and hard-working couple named Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. Mr. Johnson was a farmer who loved to grow fruits and vegetables in his garden. He would wake up early every morning, put on his old straw hat, and head out to tend to his crops. He would water them, pull out weeds, and make sure they were healthy and strong. Mrs. Johnson, on the other hand, took care of the animals on their farm. They had a variety of animals: a cow named Daisy, a horse named Charlie, chickens, ducks, and even a mischievous goat named Oliver. Each day, Mrs. Johnson would feed the animals and make sure they had a comfortable place to rest. One sunny morning, as Mr. Johnson was working in his garden, he noticed something unusual. He saw a tiny, colorful bird perched on the fence chirping happily. Mr. Johnson was amazed by the bird's beautiful feathers, which shimmered in shades of blue, green, and yellow. He had never seen a bird like this before. Curious, Mr. Johnson slowly approached the bird, and to his surprise, it didn't fly away. It seemed friendly and unafraid. Mr. Johnson extended his hand, and the little bird hopped onto his finger. Delighted, Mr. Johnson named the bird Bluey. From that day on, Bluey became a regular visitor to the farmhouse. Bluey would sing cheerful songs, keeping the animals entertained, and would even help Mr. Johnson by eating pesky insects that could harm the crops. Bluey's presence brought joy and happiness to everyone on the farm. The animals loved to listen to its melodious tunes, and Mr. and Mrs. Johnson cherished Bluey as their special friend. Sometimes Bluey would even join them for meals, perching on a branch outside the window. As the years went by, the farmhouse flourished. Mr. Johnson's garden grew abundantly, and the animals thrived under the care of Mrs. Johnson. The farm became famous for its delicious fruits, vegetables, and eggs. Word of the magical bird that lived at the farmhouse spread far and wide. People from neighboring villages came to listen to Bluey's enchanting songs and admire its vibrant plumage. The farmhouse became a place of happiness, where everyone felt welcome and at peace.